And David Bergmark is the CEO and co-founder of the Protecht Group. David also promises to be the driving force behind the Protecht ERM system and the integration of Protecht software advisory, training and consulting capabilities to provide a consistent and seamless risk management experience for their clients. It's my pleasure to welcome David to the program to tell us all about it. How are you?
Good, Mike. Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. So could you tell us a little bit more about Protecht and the launch of the new ERM module? Take us through it.
Yeah, sure. So at Protecht, we're pretty passionate about solving the challenges of our customers for managing risk. And we do that through a combination of services. Firstly, Protecht ERM, which is our world-class enterprise risk and compliance software, and then training and advisory services to support, I guess, the thinking behind that application. We provide those services to, government organisations, agencies, and regulators around the world. And we've currently got offices in London, LA, and headquartered in Sydney. I guess if I think a little bit more about the Protecht ERM application, it was really made for risk managers by risk managers, and it provides our customers with a single interconnected platform to, I guess, manage the full life cycle of risk. And when we think about that life cycle, it really is being able to initially identify those key risks, what are the key controls to mitigate them, and then continually monitoring them through activities such as controlled testing, key risk indicators. And then should things go wrong, really you want to be able to capture those incidents systematically and learn from them, and perhaps raise treatment plans to, make sure they don't happen systemically. I guess as part of that passion and journey for us, it's really about continually developing new features to help our customers manage the evolving risk landscape. And as a result of that, we're really proud to have released the Operational Resilience module just recently. That module allows customers to really capture and visualize critical operations, the connected processes to those, and their resources required to deliver them. So really quite excited about that.
Absolutely. David, can you tell me a little bit more about how it's helping businesses, and I suppose the key benefits that your clients actually walk away with?
Yeah, for sure. I think, ultimately the module is designed to help our customers better understand their critical operations and what's required to deliver them. Once they understand those delivery points, they're able to think about scenarios that would cause disruption to them. And, certainly we've seen in Australia recently, floods is a great example of external disruptive events. Once they've understood those scenarios, those scenarios can be tested, and they can really, ultimately prevent some of those disruptions from occurring. But more importantly, they can also recover more efficiently and effectively from them. I think, when I think about the key benefits of the module, it's certainly that scenario planning and being able to test that. That's one of the key benefits of it. On top of that, this sort of work is really difficult to conduct in like Excel spreadsheets. I mean, we've all seen lists of data, and when we think about trying to map end-to-end critical operations, it's going to be a lot easier to see it and visualize it. And so we're really quite excited by the visualization of it. On top of that, we've done some great dashboards to support communication to key stakeholders, such as your regulators, boards, risk management committees. So really helping our customers streamline that understanding of their critical operations.
Absolutely. David, I happen to be a visual learner myself, so I can appreciate the breaking down of data in a fun and educational way. But let's talk a little bit about what exactly operational resilience is, and I suppose what are the drivers as well that you've witnessed out there?
Yeah, it's a good question, Mike. I think, we're sort of touched on what operational resilience is. It's really, being able to understand those critical operations and, what delivers them, and then being able to recover more efficiently and effectively from any disruptive events. If you think about the drivers, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, one of the key drivers, it's just good business management. I mean, surely as stakeholders in an organisation, be it board members, owners, you really do want to understand what those critical operations are and make sure you know how to recover from them in the event of disruption. Interestingly, I know we did conduct a survey to customers and prospects on this very topic, and I think about 35% of the survey base commented that the regulator was a key driver. And certainly in the UK, where it's the FCA, and out here we've got APRA, who's recently released their draft prudential standard CPS 230, which really does shine the light a bit more on business continuity and resilience. So certainly regulators are a key driver. The other interesting one was the pandemic. A lot of the survey participants really felt that the pandemic highlighted what a disruption an external event can do to a business. And we've seen that obviously in the supply chain risk and workforce difficulties that certain industries are having. So yeah, some key drivers there for you.
Absolutely, well said by you, David. So just to finish for me, is it safe to say that it's essential to incorporate operational resilience into the business plan? And maybe you can give us a quick rundown about why it's so important, just to compound everything you've said for me today.
Yeah, well, you know it, Mike. I might be biased, but absolutely it's essential to incorporate resilience into your plan. It's not only just to think about it, it's to make sure you've got the appropriate resources allocated to it. You need someone to think about it. You need to document the thinking and move forward on that basis. It doesn't matter whether you're B2B, B2C. Your customers expect you to deliver the service that you've promised to deliver to them. And I guess in this world where risk management's front and centre at the moment, it's no longer an excuse to say that you didn't really think about it or you didn't think that disruption would occur. Mike, it's uncertain times at the moment, both geopolitically and economically, and so really no better time to keep the focus on risk and resilience.
Absolutely, well said by you, David. I want to thank you so much for joining me on the program and highlighting a little bit more about the space and what your team is up to as well. So appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Mike.